What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hey, what's the name of the show?
It's In the Mouth of Music. That's right. What's your name, fuckface?
Diego Pendejo.
I'm Scott White.
And I'm Dean Corpse.
It's true he is.
I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what are you talking about today?
I don't know. I think you picked it. What is it?
Oh! Yeah! Danzig!
Nice.
You like that?
Nice.
Yeah,
like that?
Danzig. Are we doing Danzig like early, late, and
I
and
mean,
new?
we can do anything Danzig because
you
there
know,
is so much Danzig.
is.
There's
So
a lot
much.
of Danzig. Like, do you start at the
So
beginning,
much.
or are we going to
Let-
focus on his discography, or what?
Let's also start on the fact that I know a lot of people like to make fun of Danzig and they say, "Oh, well, he got beat up," you know. and
No,
this
he
and
got
that.
hit once. Big deal.
He got
Yeah,
hit.
big
Big
deal.
deal.
Who hasn't?
Fucking who gives a shit? The man is a musical fucking genius. Whether people want to believe it or not.
I think
when
is.
he dies, people will remember his music more than any other like most musicians out there. You know, the guy is super influential on so many ways.
Yeah.
He is. No. And I think he's better at writing music than his.
He's a lot better than directing movies.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
No. I think he's a talented guy. You know, he writes all those
Yeah,
riffs and stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And he played guitar and the
Sam Hain?
Sam Hain. He played guitar and
Or
wrote
Sawin, as he likes to
Sawin,
call
as he
it.
says it. Yeah, Sawin. And he wrote the guitar riffs and all that stuff. And he
Played guitar in it.
And he played guitar in it. And I think he's great. I mean, I don't think he's technically that good at singing. I think he's Mr. Style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The style.
Although
You
he
know, 'cause
cannot pronounce werewolf
He's
to
a little
save his life.
He's
Whoa.
He's a little, he's not.
Wow.
He's not perfectly on key. You know, he's not fucking Elvis
No.
on the microphone.
No.
But I love the way he executes his songs.
Yeah.
I think he has-
You'll never mistake him for anybody
No,
else.
No.
perfect execution and perfect looks.
Yep.
And
You know?
I honestly think we can save the Misfits for another time because Misfits definitely warrants its own
Yeah, I agree.
Of course.
discussion.
Yeah.
No, so this
but
is
Sam Hain and Danzig, because let's put
Well,
it
it's
this
the same
way:
band.
Sam Hain
it's the same band.
It's
Yeah,
the same
same
band.
band.
Yeah.
It would the Sam Hain the original Danzig album, the first official Danzig album, was originally
In
supposed to
Niti,
be
right?
No,
whatever.
it wasn't in Nitium. Nitium was an actual Sam Hain album.
Right, but that was the same band. I mean,
Well, the last Sam Hain album was
3.
Final Descent.
Sam Hain 3.
No, it was Final Descent.
No, that
Do
was
not,
just
do not question.
Wait a minute, no, that was
my,
just a couple of songs
authority.
they just added and stuff.
Absolutely not. Nitium was the first. Sam Hain.
No, then when there was
Sam
an EP.
Hain- Nitium was 2 albums that split. So Sam
Right.
Hain 3, November is Coming Fire.
That's the
became-
best album.
That's the best album.
That one's fucking
And
great.
that
Yeah.
album is the 3rd album. Then Final Descent was the last album.
What year did that come out? But that
That came out in 1986.
I like the third one the best for sure.
the third
Oh,
one's
yeah,
the best.
Well,
Yeah.
the 3rd one's got all the best tunes.
But I mean, as far as like the Danzig albums, the first one, the second one, like,
I would say
like
put a
wait,
I'd
fourth
say
one,
the
American
third
Story.
one too,
Sam
but
Hain is
real-
Danzig.
Well,
It's the
was.
same fucking.
It-
was.
yeah.
It's the same exact band. There was no difference.
Well,
The
I mean,
producer
there's
came.
a style
the
difference.
producer came and said, "You got to change the name of the band." You know, because he wanted to change a couple of members, and the only way he can change members and keep the name was to use his name.
Well, that's not
You know
true
what I mean?
neither. He had Erie Vaughn. He had Chuck Biscuits eventually came in, and then John Christ.
I love John Christ.
John
But
Christ,
the American, I
Yeah.
mean, it was the birth of a whole entire different band. I mean, it really was. And
it was producer driven by Rick Rubin. You could tell,
Which, honestly,
but it was great.
You know,
Yeah, it was
Danzig
good.
has made a name for himself, like making his own, producing his own records, which I believe he should, and I think he should definitely
yeah.
get another producer in there.
Third party edification. Is
Apparently,
it, right?
he's very full of himself.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand that he can be a little too full of himself.
Right.
And
Yeah.
But
Little
the truth
self-absorbed.
is, it's the same band, and you just change the name to his name from Sam Hain.
Yeah.
It's the same band. It's the same logo. It's the same everything.
I think they're I think
You know,
they
when-
are a difference in music, though,
when you go
because
see,
Sam
when you
Hain
go-
wasn't very bluesy.
True, and the third album was very misfity.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Well, Miss Sam Hain in
But-
all in all was very.
But when
almost
you went to
misfitty.
see Danzig 1 in 1988,
80.
88, he would play stuff from Danzig 1, and he'd play Sam Hain stuff.
Yes.
So it's the same band. It's just Rick Rubin made him change the name. That's it. That's all it is.
You
That's
know,
what it is. He even says it. It's the same band. I mean,
Well, yeah.
it's the same thing.
To a degree.
You know, last show you said you saw Gore at the Button South. I
Yes.
saw Danzig at the Button South.
Wow, that's
And
tiny for him.
yeah, and it was. I found it very funny that a lot of people don't know this, but halfway back between the amps and the front of the stage, there was white tape, some gaffer tape on both sides of the stage, halfway, and the guitar players never went past that line, while Danzig was all the way at the front of the stage because
Danzig,
he's short.
he takes the lessons from the Johnny Ramone.
He's a little height challenged.
Nobody fucking move. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I noticed those guys always stopped right at that line. Like they're
Yeah.
like, you guys are too tall. You can't stand at the front of the
But
stage.
those.
They were huge.
They were
all the
huge.
guys in the band
Yeah.
were huge.
Yeah, and then there's Danzig.
Yeah. Danzig's about what 5'6", 5'7",
5'7"?
somewhere
Maybe,
around
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I've met him like
Well,
several times.
I think he's 5'6" by 5.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
huge. But I like all his late stuff, and it's all. I think it's all good. I don't think the guy can write a bad album.
He's got some
No,
fillers.
they're all
He's got
good.
some
No,
fillers.
there's filler songs, but not
yeah.
filler
I'm
albums.
gonna
How
put
about
it
that?
out there, and I'm a huge Danzig fan. Anybody who knows me knows this. But I think the last album was actually kind of weak on a lot of. I mean, it's somewhat enjoyable, but I don't think it was.
You think it was too thought out?
No,
No.
I think it was very lackluster to some degree, which is what I always look forward to a Danzig album is the creativeness and the melodies behind everything he writes,
Right.
because he has such a fucking knack.
It
for
seemed kind of forced.
It does. It seemed a little forced. And the last album before that, Death Red Sabbath, was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I can't handle all the fucking little Tommy Victor fucking squeals. It sounds like fucking Zach Wilde is on crack and he's just fucking squealing every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe if it was in the hands of a different producer, I think the album would have came out. There's some good songs in the album. But it's Death Red Sabbath was fucking just killer. Like before that.
Yeah, but they're all good. I mean, you can put on
I mean-
Danzig radio on your streamer, and
Oh,
there's not
yeah.
a fucking bad song
It's all good
on
shit.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
I
It's
mean-
all good.
It's all pretty. Yeah,
I mean-
it's generally I never have a problem.
He's still touring and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't tour.
I thought
he
he-
plays
no.
shows.
Yeah, he plays shows. Yeah, I guess he
He
does.
won't
Not
tour.
tours.
No, you're
Not
right. Yeah,
tours. Like,
but he does have
Because
shows because he had one coming up and it got canceled with
He's
this
almost
whole.
70 years old.
Now, is he that old?
Yeah, dude.
No,
Danzig
come
is.
on.
Look it up.
Dick Dale was like
Look it up.
80. No way. He's not as old as.
Yeah, Danzig was born, I think, in 1958. So let's see here. Glenn
I think
Danzig.
each
58, really?
each year
Yeah.
his forehead gets
mean,
an
I
inch
don't know.
taller.
Well, that's because he loses more and more hair. He
I
looks
mean-
a little more like Sigourney Weaver.
Besides
He's
my.
past Sigourney Weaver now. He's kind of looking like Frankenstein.
1955. He's just as old as my mom, so therefore he's
he's
about
in his
67.
Wow.
He looks
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's in. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure
I mean,
he takes care of himself better than,
Than the average Joe.
he's 65 years old.
65. No shit. Wow.
I want to.
Yeah.
My son wants to see him bad.
Huh.
He loves. Danzig.
Oh,
he loves Danzig
I
too.
mean,
My
tell
son.
you, I had tickets to go see him at this rock Psycho Fest in Las Vegas, and he's supposed to do the whole entire Danzig 2 Lucifuge
Oh man.
live, and I've
Really?
never seen that, so I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to go. We want to go, but obviously it's gonna be canceled because thanks China, and yeah,
China.
thanks China. Yeah, so we're not gonna get to see that now because of that. But
Great
it was,
album, Lucifuge.
Yeah,
well,
I think
Lucifuge is
Awesome.
It's
Awesome.
absolutely on par with the first one, if not better.
yeah.
I don't think it's better. I think it's different.
It's definitely
and
on par
just
with
as
it, though.
good.
Just as good.
Just as good. I think it's a
Absolutely.
continuation, a good
Yeah.
continuation.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Love that
I
album.
was 14 years old.
14.
14 years old. Back when I was a whippersnapper working at Winn-Dixie. There
The
was
beef
this-
people.
The beef people. And if you don't know about
you the beef
people,
man?
I was a beef man.
Beefy.
I'll tell you, that's another funny story, how I
Yeah.
got fired from Winn-Dixie.
That
And
is a good story. I've heard it.
This is good. I will tell it now, real quick. I got fired because some girl wanted to see my dick, so I showed her my dick.
Your beef.
my beef, because it was the beef people. She got
Little do you know, Dean was the
Not
beef
the beef
people.
people, the beef
now,
person.
I'm just gonna let you all know I impressed a black girl. So
Oh shit!
yeah, so she was super happy, and no, I didn't get to bang her.
And you got fired.
But then I got fired because the fucking kid ran around the whole entire circle. Oh shit, Dean, show that girl dick, go dick.
That's
and
fucked
was running
up.
around. But anyway, I was
Anyway, where
14
were you?
years old.
Lucifuge, that's what
And my friend Matt, who was a bagger at the time, he goes, "Hey man, do you like heavy metal?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I mean, I was getting into heavy metal at the time. I liked Twisted Sister and all the other shit at the time.
Love
You know, you're 14 years
You gotta
old.
watch that documentary first.
Love them.
It's awesome.
What do you know? What do you know about fucking music at 14 years of age? Don't really know
Nothing.
much.
You're green.
You don't know
Yeah.
anything.
You got fucking leaf.
Yeah, Right Said Fred was the most popular band at the time.
Oh my god.
So you
Yeah,
turn
and
around.
that fucking pop music.
Oh
bro.
no, I never
It's
listened to that.
painful.
I remember my brother got that
It's
tape
painful
for
me
his.
when you mention this pop stuff.
Well,
Anyway,
you know, my brother got
Carry
that
on.
for Christmas. And
skip the
I
pop.
Was like, ugh.
So 14, you
So
showed,
14,
you showed
so-
your beef.
My friend showed me. He goes, "Hey, you like Danzig?" I'm like, "I don't think I've ever heard of Danzig." And he goes, "I'm going to give you these 2 tapes. You listen to them. You let me know what you think."
You think?
I listened to he gave me those tapes.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Oh my god!
And man, I didn't.
Fuck.
Those fucking tapes
Wow.
did not leave my cassette player. Yes, that's how old I am. Did not leave my cassette player until those tapes broke.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I was a lifelong fan after that. I've seen Danzig. I've met Danzig twice.
No, he's great.
He's just, it's just. I
No,
don't
but
know.
he's the whole package.
He is the whole.
He is the whole package. He can sing. He can write. He can
Yeah.
play guitar. I'm sure he can play fucking drums. Anybody can play drums shitty.
I can't. I can't even
No,
play
but you
him
know what I
shitty.
mean? He's the whole
I
package.
can play really
there's,
shitty.
There's the artwork.
With 2 limbs.
He doesn't.
You know-
He doesn't do artwork.
No, but the artwork associated with the band is good.
Yep.
All that stuff is good. The
Well, he
visuals are
stole
good.
he stole the visual. He stole
The
the
great
skull
logo.
from Crystal.
No, the comic book. What comic book is it? The
Crystar.
yeah.
Crystar comic book.
He must have asked permission.
And
I
he
mean,
did it when he
it's-
was in Sam Hain, though, because it was on the Sam
Yeah.
Hain November's Coming
because
Fire
it's
album.
the same band.
Matter of fact, I just did a tattoo of that not too long ago.
Killer visuals, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the guy's awesome. Even his music videos, they were cheesy, but they were
They're
good.
still cheesy. He's a
Super
horrible.
they were
cheesy.
good.
Have you seen the movie though?
Which movie?
The Veronica movie he directed.
No, it's bad.
It's
I've seen-
seriously
I never watched
unwatchable.
I started
Is
to
that
watch it.
bad?
I couldn't watch it. Diego,
Like-
I couldn't watch it. Like I started.
I
and
can
I, was
I
like,
can watch
oh.
anything.
I just can't watch porn actors, like actresses, like try to act without putting a dick in their mouth or something. And it's just like, if they're not sucking or fucking, I don't really want to listen to what they have to say. And
Well,
this is just advice, Glenn. If you're listening, I mean, no one cares.
No, but he's not gonna make it.
Hire,
you know what I mean?
yeah. That movie was made like with $1
Well,
million. I was like, dude, what did
hire-
they make it with? Like fucking $20,000 and pocketed the rest.
Hire Rob Zombie to make your movie.
Oh god.
He's another. Dude, I'll tell you
fuck.
what. Rob Zombie has proven to be a horrible director too.
Bad, yeah.
Well, that fucking 3 from Hell was fucking.
Yeah,
Everybody's
he's
like,
bad.
"Oh my god, that movie's good," and I'm like,
I never even bothered watching it.
No,
"Bro,
they're bad.
it's
I
a
tried.
bad
Now I
movie."
tried to watch those.
Yeah.
He has how many? You know, he's got a couple of movies. He didn't make just one. Yeah, Devil's Rejects. That was fucking garbage.
No, Devil's Rejects was actually really good. I really liked Devil's
It's not that
Rejects.
good.
It's a good movie. 3 from Hell is fucking terrible though. But Danzig's Veronica is pretty fucking terrible. But
But the guy's a whole package. Like I
he
said.
he is.
I have the
He has a-
Veronica.
The comic.
The comic, not the comic, the sketchbook.
Oh, I have that too. I have it
it's
signed
cool.
by him
It's
too.
Very cool.
I got a bunch of shit signed. I got all my first Danzig albums all signed by him. I got I don't know. I met him. He was, and that's the thing. A lot of people say like, "Oh, he's a real dick." And I said, my approach to people, I've hung out with a lot of people that are famous and musicians wise and stuff like that, and I've everybody who's ever said that person's a complete fucking dick, I've always turned around and said, no, that actually are pretty nice. I guess it's on your approach. And me and him, when we talked, we didn't talk about like,
You can't talk about music.
Right.
yeah, I don't talk about
That's
his
like
music. I
cheesy.
talked about like
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Nerd shit.
Like
nerd
my-
shit, comics.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
my son met. We went to go see Teenage Bottle Rocket, and he loves
Mm-hmm.
those guys. They sing about comic books and shit, and Minecraft. So he meets Cody, And he asked him. He goes, they start talking Minecraft. They didn't talk about,
I made
stuff.
fun of his shoes. We wore the same shoes.
And dude, they hung out for a while there.
Yeah.
So he thought it was great.
Yeah, they're people
that's
too.
the way to go. You don't want to go ask Danzig about Danzig. He doesn't want to talk
Dude,
about
hey man,
Danzig.
hey Danzig, what is your warm-up procedure?
What were you thinking when you wrote this song? It's like, if I were Danzig, I was thinking of your mom.
I'd be like, I gotta go.
It's like, what the fuck? No, those guys don't want to talk about that stuff.
No, they don't give a
They
fuck.
just want to talk. It's some bullshit. Shoot the shit,
Yeah,
and that's
shoot the
it.
shit
That's
about
it.
other things.
Yeah, not fucking talk.
Yep.
Yeah, but fucking, but
Danzig, I say, man, the look, he gets an A on me for look.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got an image.
Buff image. I don't want to say he invented that image, but
Motherfucker looks
He
like
did.
Wolverine.
kind of, sort of.
Yeah, well, he claims that he got the role of Wolverine, which I don't think he actually ever did. But
He's
I
too
know he
short
tried
for
out
that,
for
yeah.
the role.
Too short.
No,
Did he
he's
really?
short.
He was jacked.
Wolverine is
Wolverine's
fucking short.
Yeah, I know.
In the comic.
But Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman ain't short.
Well, Hugh Jackman was not the original choice. They were supposed to go with some other dude. That
Danzig.
was
Imagine if Danzig would have been fucking
No,
Wolverine.
Wolverine's short in the comics.
short and hairy.
Yeah, very.
Short,
He's actually
hairy,
an
and-
ugly motherfucker.
and wear some goofy
Danzig would have been perfect.
some
Hey,
goofy
sexy
fucking
Hugh Jackman.
No.
goofy fucking outfit,
Actually, the next time you see a Wolverine, you'll have that goofy yellow and brown outfit. I'm pretty sure.
All right, I don't know.
Watching some
Maybe if they
videos.
do the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy's the whole package. He's got the look,
The sound.
he's got the sound,
Oh,
he can write.
he's got a new album coming
He's
out.
got
this, 2 weeks.
questionable production though.
He does have questionable production.
I don't know. You told
That's
me
because
to-
he chooses to do it himself.
But
I
you
know.
told me to listen to that 7. I've never heard it.
Oh,
It's awesome.
It's a great
So good.
album.
Awesome
yeah.
album.
Oh, you listened to
Oh,
it?
Yeah, it was
yeah,
killer.
so
You
good.
were right.
Yeah,
Absolutely
dude, my
right.
favorite song on that album
good.
is "Without Light I
last
Am."
song.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
very
it's
good.
such an epic. Dude, that riff alone, it
No,
goes
no.
down on the chain, like in the fucking anals of fucking like
The
Tony,
anals.
like
Anals?
Yeah, anals, or
Anals.
annals,
Annals.
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 No,
And,
killer
like
album.
it's
You're
almost
right.
like a Tony Iommi riff, like.
Yeah.
I like it because it was the last of his albums with numbers, 777, and
777.
it was a good ending.
Oh,
wish it wasn't just on
no, well,
fucking
there's
YouTube.
a couple albums after that.
No, but I'm saying with
that song, yeah.
no, I mean
With the
naming
numbered
the albums
albums.
after numbers. It's a good ending. It ended perfect.
And you know what's sad is that you look on Spotify, and this is actually
It's
kind of
not on
sad.
there.
It's not on there, and they had Death Thread
That
Sabbath
fucking
on there,
blows, man.
and they took that off too, which
Yeah.
was kind of like,
I think Danzig took it off because when you go on YouTube, it's only on his channel
oh really?
for free. Yeah.
And that's weird because I was like, damn, dude, because Spotify, my God,
Fix that shit, Danzig.
Yeah, man. People
Seriously.
if you want people to really listen to your stuff, and that stuff's hard to get. You can't get
And that's better than
Killer
a lot
album.
of the shit that he's put out. Like that
Well,
album is awesome.
That album was because they did
Fucking
Danzig
really
5,
good.
which wasn't supposed to be a Danzig album. That was supposed to be his solo record, and that's the reason why it came out the way it did. So actually, I don't think that album's that as terrible as everybody says. I hate the modulator on his vocals. And I think that's what kind of like ruins the album. But
It's a
some of
little
the
goofy.
songs are fucking
They're
good.
good. Yeah, they're good.
Um,
Oh, he just released Danzig Elvis, and Danzig does
yeah,
that. He
I was
released
just
one
gonna
song,
say
yeah.
that. Yeah, he just released the. Well, he's always had. It's always. You were always on my mind.
Yeah.
He's always had that.
Scott didn't like it. I played it for
Oh,
him.
dude, it's so good and
Yeah.
haunting.
Like, man, he
He says
spent a
it's-
lot of time making it sound shitty.
Yeah, he made a lot of, yeah.
That's shit, dude.
The
That's
drums
just
are
A lot of
sound
lot of
terrible.
production to make it sound like it was recorded at Sun Studios. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it. Scott don't like it.
I'm a stickler for production.
like-
you
but
know,
like- but like a-
I
yeah,
know what he
but
was
see, that-
going
but
for,
you-
the
that-
vintage Elvis sound.
I like
But
whatever,
that's the thing with Danzig is that you have to just accept the production's gonna suck to a degree. He released Skeletons, which was the last album he released. I think before or after this newer album. I can't remember. But Skeletons was like an all covers album, which is some fucking
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good songs on there. There's some songs I'm like, I could have done like, but there's some pretty good ones on there. But the production on it's just like so like.
I mean, I don't understand why, but like Danzig 1 and Danzig 2 production, fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Everything else
it's all
is
Rick
kinda-
Rubin.
Yeah.
Rick Rubin up until part 4.
Everything else is kind of.
And Danzig
He's
done
the
it all
man.
after
And
some.
Danzig's like, I can do this.
After Danzig 2, the production value started going down a little bit. But 1 and 2, I would say, is production wise and sound
They're
wise
perfect.
and recording wise is excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's what he kind of needs to go. Like Danzig 6 was The Devil's Child. Danzig 666, I'm sorry.
666.
Let me rephrase that. That one was the more of the still electronic-y, but it was a better album.
It's good.
And
I like them all.
Hey, we gotta mention the theatrical ones, like when How the Gods Kill.
Oh, well,
That's
what
that's
the
cool
album?
shit. The album.
How
the Gods Kill
like
is
within the
fucking
first
killer.
the
And
first
he-
4 albums.
That's the
and
first,
he
yeah.
and he released another one.
Yeah,
the
Danzig
second one.
4P.
4.
Are you talking about Black Aria?
Black Aria.
Aria.
That's it. Black Aria.
They did
Yeah.
Black
The
Aria
first
2
one
is
was
not,
good.
Not so much. Yeah.
2 sucks donkey cock.
Yeah,
but the
it's
first
not
one is
very
great.
I mean, I don't know.
The
I
first
think
one
my
is fantastic.
favorite Danzig albums in order are that last Sam Hain album or the third one.
Third
whatever.
one.
What's it called?
It's not the last. Last is
yeah.
Final Descent.
I don't know.
Hence the name.
Yeah, but Final Descent's got Christ playing in it and stuff. It's not. I don't know.
It's the last Sam Hain album.
It's like I thought it was like a Cobb job, that album. They kind of like took a couple old songs and a couple new songs.
It's a
no,
complete
is it?
new,
Is
it's
it
a complete new album.
I thought it was chunks from stuff. Hey, whatever. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. All I know is I like the third one, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
And 7. I like 7.
7's good.
I like
Seven's
7.
good.
8 was pretty good too. It's got some cool tunes on there. I like yet again. That album's super ballsy heavy though. It's just like
Well,
they
I
just
think-
went for like super low end sound.
I mean, I don't know. The Misfits production was bad. It's like Danzig is like the king of bad production.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what he's going for.
So let's go for a rating on this.
A rating.
Let's do a rating.
I love Danzig.
Eight-
I don't
eight
think
F.
he can do no wrong.
On all his albums.
How
Overall,
about this? Because he doesn't have consistent band members. You know, they change. There's a lot of change.
Let's rate him on not Misfits. That's separate. Just his discography.
His
as a
own,
whole.
not
As a
not
whole.
Sam Hain.
with Sam Hain.
With Sam Hain altogether,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
altogether.
Sam Hain is Misfits. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go with the whole discography at B+.
B plus.
Yeah.
I give it a B-, but we're in the same ball range.
Yeah, I was
For the
gonna
discography.
say
I can't
say
give him a B+.
like
I mean,
a solid B.
I give him a B+. You can't give him an A.
no, you can't give him
Because there are some See, most songs that Danzig writes are awesome. That's the thing. It's like even the albums that people don't know, the songs are still good and they're still catchy and they're memorable. You'll always remember them.
Of course.
That's the one thing I can tell you about anytime listening to a Danzig album. You can always remember this. You can always hum the tune.
Right.
That's a big thing
Yeah.
with me as
Sure.
being a musician.
Of
If you can
course.
hum the
Melodic.
That's good
tune,
songwriting.
you can hum it.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
songwriting.
yeah. You got to hook.
And he follows a method. He follows
He follows a meth head.
he follows a method.
No, he's got good His arrangements are good. Everything's
He
good.
follows the songwriting method like a Desmond Child. Now, if anybody knows who Desmond Child is, he follows a particular formula, and that's how he writes these giant tunes. Now, Desmond Child helped write
Everything for Kiss.
everything.
Oh, Kiss.
He wrote, I think, 1 or 2 Kiss songs, and that was it.
Okay.
He
Okay.
helped write like Bon Jovi, "Slippery When Wet."
Oh, okay.
Molly Crew,
Yeah.
fucking Meatloaf, fucking
Some
God.
Skid Row, maybe? Probably, right?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, and that's Bon Jovi's
he
little
even
baby.
did one Dream Theater song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dream Theater. This bunch
Okay.
of cocksuckers. Anyway.
So Dean, you give him a B plus.
B plus.
I give him a B. You give him B minus.
I give him a B- only because
So-
he changes band members.
Well, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no consistent lineup, but
That
he
doesn't
has
bother me.
but
he's
he,
had the same band members for the last like 10, 15
right. No,
like,
but
2
but he
years.
picks good guys.
Yes.
So I give him looks an A, attitude A, all that A. He changes band members. I give him a C. But overall I give him a B-. But whatever. I can give him a B.
So
Whatever.
we all give him a B.
He's in the B's.
That's for badass.
He is. He's He can't do wrong.
Yeah.
He can't write a bad
He
song.
could do wrong. He just
Go Danzig.
It's not that bad. Come
Just
on.
stop directing movies, please.